this guy was like, oh, you did that to my cousin, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. Did she die? Maybe she wanted to give him a lap dance in the first place. So, like, I'm spitting, but, like, that's how angry I am right now. Well, Google Maps is saying it's going to be a 2.5 to 3 hour drive. I'm pretty sure the U.S.-Canada border is pretty busy right now because, you know, everybody's trying to head south. So right now I'm just cruising between 128 and 130 kilometers an hour. I'm hoping I don't get pulled over. So I just realized I didn't have like an insurance policy in my car. Like, I have it, but I don't have a copy of it to show people. And I'm pretty sure they're going to ask me for it at the border, so I had to drop by the office and print this out. Ooh, so exciting. So this is the congestion that Google warned me about. It's going to go on like this for another 40 minutes. Like, I don't get it. If you're going to go out and just end up fucking crashing into somebody, like, just stay at home. Yep, there's more of that. Look at all that bread. You know what, guys? I wonder how expensive these taillights are. Like, it goes from the roof line almost all the way down to the bumper. Well, all the way down to the bumper. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he broke his taillight and got charged like $2,000 a piece. Because that's a big ass pair of taillights. Dude, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Why you got orange wheels? And why do you have an orange car? Go get the orange wheels from the car like 2 cars behind you. So we got something here called a Nikola Tesla Boulevard. So Tesla's a pretty big deal up here. So when I first heard about it, I was like, well, was Tesla Canadian? Obviously not. He's Serbian or something like that. But apparently his inventions were inspired by the Niagara Falls when he visited Canada, fuck knows when. So that's why he's a big deal up here. There's a statue of Nikola Tesla by the Niagara Falls. And it took me, I think, like a year to remember to look that up. I'm like, when I saw it before, I'm like, okay, what's he doing here? And then I only remember like a year later to like find out why. I was planning to book a hotel and stay in Buffalo. Instead of taking a day trip, stay in Buffalo for a night. So drive down Sunday and then drive back up the following day on Monday. Well, thank God I didn't do that because I didn't expect I was going to be up until like 5 in the morning today because of my fucking noisy neighbors, right? So my bedroom window faces like the street and the house in front of us, and well, they were having a party and they're always like that fucking 5 nights out of the week. Like, I get it, like I understand if you want to have it until midnight, until 1, 2 in the morning, but then it's fucking 5 o'clock, right? And these guys were fucking yelling from inside the house and also from outside on the street. And I could hear every little thing, like every single thing they were talking about, right? So they were fighting, these 2 guys. I think one of them was drunk. And apparently, he grabbed the other guy's cousin, it was a girl, and then sort of forced her to give him a lap dance then and there. And then when it was fucking 5 in the morning, I went downstairs, lit up a cigarette on the driveway that was facing theirs, You know, just to give them the indication that other people who are fucking sleeping might be getting woke up from their fucking bullshit that I didn't want to hear. This guy was like, oh, you did that to my cousin, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. Did she die? Maybe she wanted to give him a lap dance in the first place. So, like, I'm spitting, but, like, that's how angry I am right now. I'm still here, still sitting in this clusterfuck. So is it still called a day trip if by the time you get there it's no longer daytime? So this guy behind me is like the chillest Mercedes driver I've ever seen in my life. He goes really slow in a fucking expensive sports car. Meanwhile, the fucking Golf GTIs and Honda Civics are like racing like fucking Schumacher. Like, is there supposed to be 2 lanes? I don't get it. Fucking truck! Google says, welcome to the United States. Whoa, look at that. Nice bridge, eh? Whoa. So the border's not too bad. Maybe a total of 30 cars using, I don't know, 8 lanes. So yeah, not too bad. The worst traffic was when I was in fucking Hamilton. But this is alright, I can live with this. Stop in Buffalo is this place called Canalside. As you can guess from the name, it's right by the canal. It's next to the Naval and Military Park. I had such high expectations of this place, and all I got was, I don't know, a short stretch of boardwalk, and that's it. A few shops here and there. Like there was a garden bar or something. And then you can get tattoos and all that shit, but that was it. So I'm staying out here for maybe half an hour, get a tan, something like that. And then I'm gonna go back to Googling places to visit in Buffalo. I mean, I should start talking to strangers and make friends, I guess. I mean, I do know a few people down here, but I don't want to go disturbing them at like 7 o'clock on a Sunday. It's just not, it's not fair. I cannot get over how beautiful the sun is down here. Like, up in Canada, whenever you're exposed to the sun, it always feels like you have like a curling iron pressed against your skin. I gotta talk about the architecture down here in Buffalo though. Like, it's amazing. It's vintage looking, it's beautiful. It's almost as if this is what New York would have been if it hadn't blown up the way it did. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like bricks and weird American architecture that's trying so hard to not look European because that was the only reference they had back then. It's amazing. Architecture in Buffalo is one of the things that I feel visitors should pay attention to. I guess that's the first thing you tick off your list whenever you drive down here. So right now I'm at this place called Riverworks because Google told me to come here. It's a cute little place, but it's really just abandoned buildings, industrial buildings turned into like restaurants and all that.
Just wanna be alone with you. Just wanna be alone with you. Just wanna be alone with you. The same old thing that keeps me around. And if you wanna come around, baby, it's cool. And if you wanna fuck around, baby, I do. Just wanna be alone with you. With you. With you. With you. Just wanna be alone.
Guys, never listen to Google. Like, it told me to go to Elmwood Village. It's like the hip and happening place in Buffalo. There's fucking nothing here. Everything's closed. The fuck? Guys, there's a Tim Hortons in fucking America. It's in there at that mobile station, gas station thingy. So I ended up at this dinner place called The Place. Yeah, I know, it's very creative. The Place on Lexington. And I had the biggest plate of pasta that I've ever had in my life. Now I can't breathe. So I'm walking back to my car now. I just hope it's still there. I didn't really pay for parking. Oh hey, it's still there. Look at that. Interrogation lighting.